I think we're
Hello.
live. Are we
I think
live?
we're Yep,
Say
I think
hi
we
if
are
you
live.
can hear us and see us. I think we are. That countdown just goes on. I was like, oh, I think we're good. Hi, everybody. If you can hear me, say a hi and a thumbs up and tell me where you're at. I've just scoffed a cheeky KFC. I had one of their rice boxes. Have you ever had one of the KFC rice boxes?
No, they're meant to be pretty good, actually.
Neither had I. And I was like, do you know what? That's exactly what I fancied tonight. So I had a KFC. It was yum.
Yeah. I missed
Yum.
out yesterday because yesterday was the Cheeky Tuesday and 9 pieces, wasn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, they got a deal at the moment. Is on Tuesdays you get 9 pieces for like £6.
9?
9.
No.
Yeah.
See, this is why you were the foodie and I am not.
Yeah.
Let's say hello to a few people whilst it is going out and about. I can see, oh, wow, crikey, there's lots of you in here already.
Yeah, I'll just click the comments and there's loads.
Yeah. Right, we'll get to questions in a bit. Let me just do some shout outs and some hello, Cheryl. And hello, Steve.
Gary and Phil.
Yeah, and John and Ivor. What an awesome name.
Maria.
Mr. Bushka. Hello, Mr. Bushka.
Lorraine.
And I've missed one there. Anthony. Heading to Lake Garda next week. Nice. We will get back to your questions shortly, Anthony. Hello, me. Hello, Motorhome Hobos.
Helen.
Phil and Charlie.
Oh, there's Lee Warren. Yeah, he's a top bloke. He is.
Thank you, the MM channel, for letting me know that I'm live because I'm never entirely sure. Hi, Maria and Lorraine. And hello from Norway, JD. I'm going to say this wrong. Gamelsetter? I'm going to say that. But hi, which part of Norway are you in? Love Norway. In fact, that's what I'm giving my talk about at the NEC, is on Norway.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you at the NEC this year?
I am. I can't wait for the NEC because I think I am going to be there literally for the whole week. And normally I turn up like on the Thursday or the Friday because I'm usually working. But I think I'm going to be there for the whole lot. Tuesday
to Sunday. So I'm going to try and get these dates right. I think it's the 18th to the 23rd of October. The NEC October show, which is bigger for those of you who've never been than the February show.
It's going to be huge.
And it's where they kind of they put out all their new models and the new stuff's going on. So in fact, I got a really good question which is pertinent right now. Do you think there are going to be some good deals given that the market and the length of time? Do you think it's worth waiting to buy until the NEC show if you're looking for a new van?
Well, I heard from an insider from a dealer himself, and he reckons, and he sells probably about 500 to 600 motorhomes a year. So he's pretty reliable source. He reckons the market is softening.
Oh,
yeah, it is starting to soften. So
which is
we might be just at the peak now and just starting to come down.
So if you were going to buy a van, or you were in the market to buy a van, would you wait a few months?
Oh, because I am in the market to buy one, but not. I mean, if one come along tomorrow as a stonking deal, then I'll probably snap it up. But optimal time to buy would be the winter. Would be no matter what time of year, no matter what the situation is, would be the winter because of, people will pack them all up and then they're like, and I know it's not nice to say, but going on what's happening in the world, you've got the October, the rates are going up again. And then in January, the rates are going up again. Yeah. So with them happening, maybe January, February, Yeah.
I think it's one of these weird situations where so many people will have bought a van because of COVID and lockdown and all of that stuff. And now they're going to be like, they either can't afford to keep it or they realize that they're not using it enough to justify keeping it.
100%.
And suddenly all of these secondhand ones are going to come onto the market over the next year for sure.
Yeah, I think the market will be flooded.
Yeah. And the big problem with a new van is how long are they taking to get them because they've still got a massive backlog.
I was talking to the guys up at SMC. I think they're taking orders for like 2024.
Ooh.
Yeah, for like some of the big boy models, like for the Frankias and for things like that. They're like in 2024.
I mean, Frankia certainly was always massive lead time. It was like 6 to 9 months, wasn't it? But now
it's just the orders are so stacked up. It's unreal.
So I guess it depends. If you really, really desperately want a brand spanking new model, new van, then you'll get a decent deal at the show. You just won't get the van for a really long time.
Yeah, I think you will get a good deal at the show, to be fair, because if he thinks it's softening, then they're going to know as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're going to be doing their research, and they're going to be wanting to, to get to shift. And I'm not being funny. The NEC, the actual show itself, is not cheap for them to be at.
No.
So they need to shift as many units as they can to justify being at the NEC and to pay for the cost of the NEC.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there will be some good deals to be had. You just got to be, you got to go in and you got to be a bit strong. Don't just settle.
Yeah, I mean they do, and the other thing they need to do is shift current stock to make space for the new models that are being announced.
Get ready for the new ones. Yeah. That's always a thing
why
as well.
winter's really useful. So
yeah, 100%.
If you are going to the NEC and you want to look at vans, one thing that people seem to get confused about, and I say this every year, but I always find someone, they have the sort of base price in massive, big, bold font, but the van that's on display has generally got more stuff. And they do tell you model on display, but it's not quite as bold.
Yeah, it'll show you their base price in huge letters, and then when you go up to it, there'll be a board outside, and it'll say this model, and then it'll say this price, and it'll probably be about anywhere between £10,000 and £40,000 more, because some of them goodies, them extras, they do rack up.
Yeah, but having said that, you can. It's funny. So I was speaking to a dealer. I mean, admittedly, it's about a year ago now, so the current situation's probably changed a little bit. But he was saying they don't have that much of a buffer in the prices to reduce the actual price of a van much. But what they can do, and this applies to second-hand dealers as well, they can add in things like a solar panel quite cheaply, and they can add in awning, because they have all that stuff. So you can probably get those thrown, and certainly for second-hand ones.
Oh, 100%. If you're looking at, I mean, I'd always be cheeky. If I'm going new, if I'm going secondhand, doesn't matter. I'm asking for what you're going to throw in. What you're going to throw. What have you got? Have you got the awning? Have you got the chocks? Have you got levelers? Have you got this? Have you got everything? Because, like you say, when people trade in, and I know this from John and Tash, where John works. When people trade in, some people just don't even empty anything out of their motorhomes. They just literally give the whole thing, knives and forks included.
Yeah.
And things are in good condition, then that they'll stockpile them, and then they can give them away. So you've only got to ask. You might as well ask.
Absolutely, it's always worth an ask. Would you ever buy a van from a private seller?
I mean, I bought the one that I'm sitting in from a private seller. I bought it from an elderly couple, one owner from New. I would, but I would make sure it has a habitation check, probably from my own. Like I'd arrange one, and I'd also arrange a mechanic to have a look at it as well, and I'd want full service history.
Yeah.
And low mileage.
Yeah.
But
that's the biggest reason I like buying from a dealer, is that you've got
a
little bit of protection and like 3-month guarantee or whatever. And that's another thing actually you can do when you're buying. This wasn't supposed to be a buying video, but we've gone down this route, so let's continue.
Warranties, haggle, things like that, can't you?
Yeah, they can go from like a 3-month warranty to a 12-month warranty. That costs them nothing, but it's something that you can negotiate when you are.
It's definitely worth doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, actually, I'm going to answer another question while we're on there, because it's kind of
personal.
Habitation checks. Somebody said, do they legally need one to go to Europe? The answer, in short, is no at all, because you do not legally need a habitation check.
No.
Ever. I strongly recommend you get one before you buy a van, and you'll probably
100%.
be asked to do one when you sell a van, but you don't legally need one unless your insurance asks, and then of course you do.
Yeah.
But for anything else, you don't, whether it's to go to Europe, whether it's in the UK, nothing. You do not need a habitation check.
Yeah. I would definitely get one.
You don't need one.
If I was going to buy a motorhome and I said, look, can I arrange a habitation check? Now, I think you can get a mobile hab checker for probably anywhere between £200 and £300.
Yeah.
Like for someone to come to you, like on a spur of a moment. if they say no or and ah, I'd walk away straight away.
Yeah.
Because you want to know what's. I'd rather take the £300 hit as well than lay out 20, 30, 40, 50 grand.
Well, if you're buying one, I would expect the seller to do a habitation check.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. So cool. All right then. Do we want to dive into some of these questions? Because there are lots.
They're coming in thick and fast.
They are, aren't they? Right. Oh, here we go. Talking about selling. Looking at getting a motorhome, is eBay best or another platform? That was Lewis Webb.
eBay, I would say, be careful. Look at who you're buying from. So, like, because there's a lot of registered traders on there which are good, and they're the dealers, and they're perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with them whatsoever. They'll all probably say arrange a viewing before you do anything, before you bid or anything. Most of them won't let you bid because they're just classified. Is it classified ads? So you can't bid. You just have to go and look at it. Then you go and do the deal there and then. There are some unscrupulous people that will say, "Hey, send me a deposit and we'll deliver it to you anywhere in the country," and it'll be like a 2018 motorhome, all singing, all dancing. It's always Scotland.
Always in Scotland, and that is not saying that everyone in Scotland.
No, but that's the story. The story is it's always in Scotland, and they'll send it to you. We just need a £500 deposit, and they'll also give you a week's trial, and then you can get your money back after a week.
And it's normally several £1,000s cheaper than any other van like it on the market.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're looking at a motorhome, and it'll be 20 grand when the retail is like 35, 40.
Yeah,
and you're like,
there are so many scams out there.
Yeah, there are. So be very careful
because they've got all their mates or whoever to go on and give them 5-star reviews.
And again, like I said with the habitation check, I would rather spend £500 going to Scotland and be fooled, and then come back tail between my legs for £500 less than I would spending 20 grand.
Yeah, absolutely.
110%.
I'm gonna get a nice trip to Scotland out of it as well.
Oh yes, Scotland! You can't beat Scotland.
I'm going in 2 weeks.
Oh,
Scotland. I've literally got a 2-week break between. So I'm doing the Shepton Mallet show next weekend. If anybody's coming, I'm doing a couple of talks down there. You're not going to that one, are you?
No.
Big giggle. So yeah, I'm going to Shepton Mallet. If anyone's coming, I'm talking on the Friday and the Saturday, not on the Sunday. And then between that and I've got another thing in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going all the way up to John O'Groats, meeting my friend up there, and then we're going to go down the western side of Scotland. I think maybe that was good.
Yeah, no, that is the western side is the best side, I think.
Yes, and then we missed it out when we went last time. We didn't have time.
The western side is the best. Really is. I mean, it's just like Lord of the Rings style landscape. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. So we did Skye, and then we did sort of straight up to John O'Groats. So I missed out that corner. So yeah, it should be a giggle, but it's going to be a lot of driving in the motorhome. It's just me and the dog.
Oh, brilliant!
I got him a little I need space jacket, and he is absolutely loving this thing. So cool. Anyway, next question. Where do we get to?
So Troy put completely not related to motorhomes, but are you guys going out for curries when you're at the NEC?
Probably.
Gotta be done. That and Miller and Carter, yeah, beautiful.
Hi, Helen Thomas. I missed you before. Hello, sweetheart. Right. I feel I've missed a couple of questions here. Cheryl. She's hired a motorhome in France. She's hoping to get some tips and advice on where to go with her dog. Yeah, I guess this is a me one. Have you been to France?
No, and I haven't got a dog. So this is all on you.
This is all on me. I like mountains, and I always, obviously, unless you're going right in the middle of winter, then mountains are a bad plan. But I always try and take him to the mountains because it's too hot. Now, having said that, it doesn't say when you've hired it. And we're now at the end of August, coming in September. So you could go, where would I go if I was going anywhere in France? West Coast is awesome. Wild camping down anywhere near the coast in France is tough, really tough. So I'd still go Alps or Pyrenees. In fact, Pyrenees, I would go if you were going anytime soon.
A lot of people have said about the Pyrenees is amazing.
They are. We went last October, we took the motorbikes, and it was just epic. And he goes little doggy backpack on the back of the bike, and it's
brilliant.
Yeah, it's fun. It is really good fun. And then she asked another one. Okay, the one for you. Internet in the motorhome.
Okay. Yeah. So I've just upgraded to a Netgear Nighthawk router. They're not cheap. Because I'm now using an editor. I've now got an editor. I have to try and upload all my footage to Google Drive, so then he can then download it. So I needed faster speed. So my Netgear, they're about 250 quid.
Yeah.
But then I've got inside that just an EE SIM card.
Yeah. That's what I've got at the EE as well. We've got a Wi-Fi on board unit, which is great. And the bit that makes it amazing is the aerial on the top.
Yeah, I've got an aerial on the top as well, because that does help.
If you're renting, because it's the same lady who's renting, I would take probably one of those Huawei dongles. Have you ever used one of those? That was what we had before the Wi-Fi on board.
That's what I had before. I had before. And it was perfectly for download speeds. Download speeds are perfect.
Yeah.
And the thing with that as well is you can do little tricks with that. You could put it in like a couple of sandwich bags and put it on the roof.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you could stick it outside the roof, so you haven't got to have an aerial because the Wi-Fi is strong enough to come through.
Yeah.
So if you're renting, do that, or then put it at the front with a dashboard or somewhere around. Even just a couple of feet away from the motorhome, to get some more signal. But a couple of sandwich bags and you should be fine with that.
A friend of mine's on a campsite at the moment with no signal at all, and she's got like this extendable painter's pole, and she's put it up out the roof. It's about 6 foot taller than the van with just her dongle on the top.
Yeah. I've actually seen, all the flagpoles. I've seen the lads. Some of them have like literally gaffer taped it to the top and then run a cable all the way down the flagpole and then literally raised it right up to try and get some signal, because some places are just awful.
They are. Yeah. The site that we've been on at the moment is not brilliant. And again, download's generally all right, but when you're trying to upload a YouTube video or something, even an Instagram reel. I like doing the reels at the moment. They're quite good fun. And
I can see Shane, Bucko's Bus, Shane. He says, please stop talking about the NEC. Now, the only reason he says that is because that's Shane from SMC. He's got to go there 2 weeks before and start setting up.
Oh, no!
Yeah. And then, about a week and a half before, and then he's there a week and a half after we all leave.
Is that how long it takes to take it all down?
Yeah, it takes them ages to set up and break it all down. It's like a 3-week job.
Oh, is this Shane who went off the van in February?
Yeah, that's Shane. Yeah, Shane who went off the van. Yeah. We'll come and see you again this year, Shane. I think we want another one.
If you want to see another live from Shane's van, say yes, and we'll bully him into giving us another
legend for letting us have that. They let us have a Frank here last year.
It was cool. Right, go on, pick a question.
What we got?
5 pairs of tickets, by the way, to give away for the NEC. We'll do that in a bit.
We have a motorhome with 2 leisure batteries and 100-watt solar. How long would you expect the power to last during a very sunny period in England? 2 leisure batteries. Well, I don't know how big your leisure batteries are, but I'd say probably if they're average, they're probably about 110 amp each. So you probably got 220 amp hours. I'd say they're probably lead acid and 100-watt panels. So you haven't got much solar coming in, and it depends on what you're actually powering, but I would be even in sunny days, I'd be quite reserved with that, because if they're lead acid, then they can be damaged if they go below 50%.
We've got lead acid on ours, and we've only got 110-watt solar panel. We've only got one.
Yep.
And we do all right with that.
It depends on what you're powering. If you're power hungry, then it'll hurt. But if you're not, then if you're just doing phones and laptops and a few lights here and there, and the onboard stuff here and there, then you'll be fine. I mean, I was on lead acid for ages, for like probably 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
And that was.
We've never had anything else. We looked at lithium ion, but I think unfortunately we haven't quite convinced ourselves on that yet. And I know you've got them, haven't you?
Oh, Once you got lithium,
I know,
you never go back.
I know. I'm still not convinced on. I think because my first experience with lithium ion was all these phones and things exploding like Teslas, and I haven't quite got past that.
Yeah.
I'm aware that technology's moved on. I just mentally can't put one of those in my
One
van.
thing I've got a little problem at the moment on mine, which I haven't made public yet. Well, I will now.
Breaking news.
Yeah, is the lithium's fine, the whole system's fine, but I'm having trouble with my inverter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a loose cable, like a data cable or something. I don't know what's going on, but
what? It's not charging stuff.
Yeah, it's not turning on and off.
Oh.
So I've got the fullest lithium batteries in the world.
Yeah.
But I can't get any 240 power out of them.
Oh no. Is it likely to be your inverter, you think, rather than the battery?
Yeah, no, it's the inverter. It's the inverter.
Yeah.
The batteries are fine because I can take 12-volt out of them and take everything out of them. I just can't. The inverter won't. And the inverter turns my plugs on, like because I've run it into the system.
Oh, okay. So you haven't got any 240.
So I've got no tool. Only the EcoFlow.
Oh, I can say, aren't you glad you've got an EcoFlow?
Yeah, but I can't recharge the EcoFlow.
Oh.
Because I can charge it on 12-volt or I could charge it on solar, but I can't. I used to charge them all on. I use the EcoFlow and then I use my system to recharge the EcoFlow, and it's catch-22 at the moment.
It's not going well, though, is it?
Not really.
No. You're gonna need a new EcoFlow. No, not new. A new inverter.
I'm gonna need a new inverter. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, brilliant.
Right. Here's one for you from Lorraine. What are your plans for full timing going ahead?
Well, my plan is at the moment is just save, and then hopefully get a new motorhome early next year. Early next year. Get the next one, and then once I've got the next one, I'll probably spend about a month or so transferring stuff, updating stuff, getting it all ready, get the new power system in, a better inverter in that one, make sure it's all ready to rock and roll, and then move over, and then hopefully I should be then ready to just say adios to work and go. Oh yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
I'm enjoying the digital nomad life.
It's going to be amazing. It really is. I mean, I'm gonna play it safe. I'm going to work. I should be able to go to a 0-hour contract. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
So then I can go back if I need to, because I don't want to just run, and then not have somewhere to go back to.
It's always a safety net.
Yeah, it's all about just a small jump rather than a leap. You don't want.
Idiot would jack in a career and cut all ties.
No,
who would do that?
No. You don't. Yeah, that's crazy. So
no.
Hopefully that'll be fine, and then hopefully this time next year I'll be on the road, and this. I mean, next year is already shaping up in the diary, and it's looking like a madhouse. Yeah, next year is looking like a madhouse already, and I'm not. It's not even October yet. Next year, the diary's packed already for next year.
Yeah, are you doing? Because you're doing the Warner shows as well, aren't you?
Yeah, doing the Warner shows, and they've got a new show going on.
Yes.
Don't know how much. I don't know how much I can say about that. I know they've got a new show, but I'm not saying any more than that. So
shocking, nobody noticed.
So we got that. Then we got hopefully I'll be at Quirky speaking. That should be nice. I'm looking to go to Quirky and do a few talks there. And then there's other things in the works. It's just mad. It's just full steam ahead. I was actually speaking to my boss the other day, and he said because I went to Germany not long ago with EcoFlow, and he was like, how was all that? And then he was asking about new things coming up, and that. He got, so his work actually getting in the way then, and I was like, I won't be around the bush. I was like, work is really cramping my diary right now. He's like, oh okay, good to know.
Well, at least it won't be too much of a shock to him. Can you go part-time or something for a bit? Just cut your hours down?
I think I just want the clean break. I'll keep going until the clean break.
Yeah.
So someone says here, David, have either of you seen the Delta 2? Looking forward to the launch on Friday. Oh, that's the EcoFlow Delta 2. Yes. I have one. Yes. I'm currently testing it and having a look at it. Yeah, so I've got one, and it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Yeah.
Is it worth if you've ordered? Because I've got oh God knows, I think I've got the River.
The River, yeah.
I think. Do you think it's worth upgrading it? Is it much of a difference, or if you've got one, and it's good for a while?
Yeah, I'll be honest. And I've said this before. Just because I'm with a company, I'm not going to not be honest. I don't think it's that much of a jump. So what you've got, all EcoFlow stuff at the moment is that the charging speeds are amazing, the technology is amazing, it's top of the game. So, but the next one, I think it's got a lot more. It's got even faster charging speeds. But apart from that, there's
you
not.
Still need 240 to charge it, though, or 230.
You still need an inverter to charge it. Yeah.
I've got one from Maria here. Can you make some big wandering bird decals? I do them fairly. I've got wandering and winging it ones that are massive. I can't remember how big the birds are on the side, but if you send me an email to hello@wandering-bird.com and tell me how big you want them, I can probably get them made for you if you want. Enormous birds. What's your view on accessibility to sites for fifth wheelers in Europe? That's a me one, isn't it? I think it depends what you're used to. If you are coming from America and you're used to these enormous campgrounds which are made for RVs and fifth wheelers and stuff, then
they look amazing on YouTube.
Yeah, they do look cool. You're going to be a bit disappointed. Having said that, most proper campsites like caravan and motorhome club sites and most of the camping and caravan club sites, I would say you can get a fifth wheeler in because it's basically just a really big caravan and a car, isn't it?
Yeah.
So most proper ones, the ones that I would avoid are the CL and CS sites, the small campsites.
Yeah, I wouldn't take them to there because most of them is grass only as well.
Yeah, so, and the weight of those.
Yeah, because you've got to have, because they go down on legs, don't they? So they've got the wheels at the back and then they go down on legs, don't they? So the legs have got to go on something, and if it's soft ground, then
yeah. So that would apply to Europe as well as to the UK. I think that there are campsites out there, of course there are. In fact, we saw one at the one in Croatia we were at. We had this, I can't remember the name of the campsite off the top of my head, but right on the bay, it was awesome. And they had a fifth wheeler in there, and that was, they were in there fine. So.
Don't get me wrong, I have actually considered it because obviously I'm looking at all different options. I've been thinking. Yeah, I did look.
You're used to driving enormous trucks.
Yeah, I mean that wouldn't put me off at all because you could I could drive them quite easily, and then I have the beauty of the hab and then the truck.
Yeah.
And then you can park and you go off exploring in the truck and all this and that. The only downside to it is what I would find is if I was to park, what most people would say like a lay-by or something, or in a industrial estate, I couldn't really do it. Then you'd get moved on. You'd get too much hassle.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only reason I haven't gone with them, because they are a lot. They would probably work out cheaper, really.
You reckon?
I reckon, yeah. I saw a company that brings them over for about 20-25 grand.
No.
Yeah, 25 grand, maybe 30. And then if you then put a 10,000-15,000 pound truck on the front, you're at 45, 50. And then them things, some of them have got slide outs as well. Yeah. They're quite big. They're not shabby in any shape or form.
No, the wardens at the campsite that I go to quite a lot, they've got a fifth wheeler and they've got the slide out bit. It just looks really cool.
Yeah.
It does look really cool. Nick, sorry, go on. I've got Nick one says, do I sell merch? And I go, yes. On my website.
Yeah, you're wearing some now, aren't you?
I am. I've got my wandering and winging it. Oh, I can't twist anymore. That was as good as you were getting. But yeah, go to wandering-bird.com and it's all on there under shop or store.
Gary's got a question. What accessories can't you do without?
Ooh, good question, Gary. Go on, go for it. I feel like I've spoken a lot lately.
So accessories I can't live without. I would probably say I don't know. It is quite difficult because yeah, no, I mean I recently got a new fan. Now I know that sounds weird, but I do like a nice airflow in the motorhome. Yeah, yeah. I do like a nice airflow in the motorhome. So, and it was one of these ones that folds flat, but then it lifts up and then it extends to about 40 inches tall.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good, and it rotates and it's nice and quiet. So, apart from that, I would say.
The make of that one?
What's the maker?
Yeah, make of it.
I don't know. It's here.
Show us your fan, Daz.
It's
a white one.
It's a white one. It's a
white one.
It just says foldable fan. It's off Amazon. I just looked. They're about 40 quid, 45 quid. But it's great because it looks like it's damaged where I dropped it. Well, we'll brush over that.
The only live we have to take down and edit.
Yeah. But no, actual accessories, I don't know, because I mean, a lot of the things I'm thinking of are like YouTubey things, like cameras and all that. So they're not really
without internet.
Yeah,
even if it wasn't like a blogger, YouTuber.
Yeah, no, the internet. Yeah, I would probably say then my tablet.
Okay, and fair, my laptop.
Yeah, but I mean, I use my tablet as my TV, even though my TV is there. I haven't turned that sucker on in probably 8 months, 10 months.
Why do you still have it?
Because it's just there and it's on the wall, and it would be a mess if I took it off.
Should we buy? I'll make you a coaster. Did I show you the coasters I made at the
Yeah, I saw the coaster.
Make a coaster and put it over the TV thing.
Yeah, I mean it's all right. I mean I've got it hooked up to the PlayStation, which is there, and again the PlayStation I haven't used.
What's the last game you played on your PlayStation? Don't lie, it was My Little Pony or something, wasn't
it? No, it was Grand Theft Auto. Steal a car and just joyride around the city. But yeah, so I use that. I've got a Samsung Galaxy Tab, and maybe S7 Plus or something. It's like 12-inch tablet, 12.9-inch tablet. So it's a big screen which I put on my desk, where this is now, and then I have my dinner here and I can watch TV there. Because it's got all the streaming services. Yeah, and if I'm then on a campsite or if I'm then out and about, I can then take it outside, put it on the table outside. I could go take it in the truck and continue where I am. It's so much easier than that thing there.
So go on, that's a question I got, and actually ties in with a question I saw somewhere that I don't think we've answered yet. Somebody asked over keeping up with the news in Europe.
Yep.
So we do that. We have a VPN. We use ExpressVPN, and it's brilliant. Never had an issue for that. But what apps do you use, or what do you use to get like TV and movies and stuff?
So I recently done an actual video about all my actual costs, and it turns out I've got pretty much every streaming service known to man.
If you're not already following Darran, go follow Darran. If you're not already following me, go follow me.
Yeah, follow
everybody.
So I've got Disney Plus, I've got Netflix, I've got Amazon, and then I've got YouTube Premium.
How do you get Disney Plus?
What do you mean?
Do they do that as an app?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I've got the family account, so so like my niece and nephew can have it at the house and all that, and I've got to say, out of all of them, Disney Plus has got some serious titles. Because
what is your favorite Disney movie?
No, it's not.
Just... look at the blush. What's the one you're watching?
I don't know actually. My favorite Disney movie. Oh God. I haven't watched actual Disney movies in ages. I mean, because they've got the Marvel, they own Marvel as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So they've got the whole Marvel universe on there. They've got Nat Geo on there.
Have they?
Yeah, they've got the whole Nat Geo on there. So they've got loads of proper documentaries and like, and then they've got Star movies.
That sounds dodgy, but I'm guessing it's not.
No, it's not. It's like an American version, I suppose, of another streaming service where all the old school movies, and then there's like like The Simpsons. I know this is a bit, but there's 32 series of Simpsons on there.
No. Have you watched all 32 series of Simpsons?
No way.
No way. Ever watched every episode of Simpsons?
But there is literally, I mean, there is so much on Disney Plus. It is pretty good. So yeah, I use that. I've got an Android device, so wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You can get you don't have to be locked like Apple. I'll say no more. But then I've got the normal series apps like BBC iPlayer, ITV, 4OD, and then you can literally get pretty much everything. Or but I think the one out of them all which I couldn't live without would be YouTube Premium.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen an ad in like 2 years, man.
I can't justify the 15 quid. I just can't.
So you get that, and then you get to download videos to your phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or to your tablet. So if you've got like a few, whoever you follow, you can just click download, and it'll download to your whatever device you're using for offline watching. You can then also turn your screen off. So if you're listening to a music playlist or something, you can turn your screen off and it will still keep playing.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, and then you also get YouTube Music. So it's like like Spotify and all that kind of thing.
Jade, my daughter uses that, so I pay it for her. I just pay it for me.
Well, how much is it for her?
15 quid a month.
You might as well just pay the $17.99 and you get it for $5.
But don't they have to be on your account?
No.
Oh, you're breaking my heart. Do you know how many months I've been paying this for her?
What? No, because it's not exactly a major perk, but I let Mevy and I put Mevy and Tash on because they're doing all my YouTube stuff, and they're constantly on YouTube, constantly doing this. Look at my comments and constantly looking at other videos and checking things.
Face, you've broken me. Like, what?
So they're on.
I could have stopped all those ads.
They're on my on my YouTube Premium because they're constantly in YouTube, so I don't want them wasting their time having to and being mind boggled with ads. So yeah, they get YouTube Premium.
I did not know that was a thing. I'm gonna go do that in a minute. Thanks. I appreciate that.
You're most welcome.
Did everybody else know about that? Can you just put up a yes or a no? Am I the only person in the world who didn't know about this?
Mandy Richmond's asked a good question. Sorry, what's a habitation check? So a hab check is where they literally check all the appliances in your motorhome, like the gas, make sure the fridge working. If it's a three-way fridge, they'll check all three ways that it works. They check all like your lights. And the best thing they check and the most important thing that they check is for damp.
Yeah.
So they go round with a damp checker and they check literally every couple of inches or every square couple of inches of the ceiling, the walls, the cupboards, the floor, everywhere. And then they'll give you a percentage reading of how much moisture is in the walls and in that area. I think like 20% is like normal, isn't it? It's like that's normal moisture, or up to 20% is up to normal moisture.
A lot.
Yeah, but that's just the moisture in the wood and the moisture in the air and everything. Anything above that, then it's like something to look at. I think 20 to 30 or 40% is something to look at. 40 and above is right. Let's start cutting the walls open and start finding where the leak is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a habitation check. They basically check your motorhome works because some people that you go to a private sale, some people will go to a campsite all the time with their motorhome and they've treated it really perfectly, but they'll go to a campsite and they won't ever use the gas fire. They'll use a little electric heater because they're on hookup. So they won't have turned the gas fire on for probably 3, 4, 5 years. So it might not actually work because it hasn't been used, and it might have just seized up and all this and that. They're not trying to do you over, but they just haven't used that part of the motorhome. So they will, the person checking it will tell you what's working and what's not.
Yeah. There's a good one from Candace actually just above that, saying that they're going to Europe or France. They heard that gas fittings are different. Yes and no. I'm assuming from that you don't have refillable gas bottles. So yes, you need to be aware that if you've got exchangeable bottles, if you just went into a shop or anywhere that sells gas bottles in France or anywhere in Europe, they will not fit on your UK system. So I think there were 3 different, the pigtails, which is the little hose that connects from the top of the gas bottle to the actual system. That little bit, there were 3 different types, I think. Might be 4, including the UK, might be 3 for Europe and then us. So definitely buy it before you go, because not every like camper van shop in France or in Europe will sell the pigtail that fits onto the UK system. So you can get them in the UK just from a caravan shop or something.
Yeah, you'll be able to.
What you need to do is disconnect when your UK bottles run out, because this is what happened to us. You had disconnect that. It depends if you're going to exchange it when you go back to the UK or not. But you probably then have to just carry around an empty bottle. And then you have to disconnect the pigtail, put on the new pigtail, put in the new bottle.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a faff. And then the ones in Germany don't match the ones in France. And the ones, I think, in Spain don't match France or Germany. Anyway, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure part of being in the same club was meant to make things easier, weren't it?
It's not.
No, it doesn't sound like it. I've not been there yet, but yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
Talking of Europe, my book is on Amazon. I'm on Amazon. I know. I've got a copy of it. I'll be back in a second. Talk amongst yourself for a moment. Do you have a front dash cam?
Yeah, I have a front dash cam. Yeah, I think they're vital dash cams these days, because there are a few careless drivers, shall we call them.
What make is yours, and why did you choose it?
Again, I think I just went on Amazon, looked at the reviews. Got the beauty with Amazon is you can go on there, you can get delivered to a locker, you can look at the reviews, and then if you can try it for a week or 2, if it doesn't stand up or doesn't do what you want it to do, as long as you keep all the packaging, pop it back in, say no, it didn't work well, pop it back.
Yeah.
And then try another one.
Yeah, it's good. Look, I've got a book.
Oh,
I mean, to be fair, this has been out for a while, but it's now got like a proper thing. It's got a bar. Oh, hang on.
It's got a little picture of you and everything.
It's a picture of me.
It's got a barcode.
I know. I was so excited about the barcode. I was like, that's like a proper book.
That's brilliant.
So yeah, that's quite fun.
That's quality.
For the next couple of days, you can get the Kindle version for just $3.99 if you haven't already got it.
That's a deal.
Because I put it on as a deal to try and get some reviews. So please, if you've got it, I would very much like a review. Ideally, a 5-star.
Yeah.
Cool.
What we got next?
Where do we get to?
There's a question here. What's your biggest challenge living full-time in a van? Do you often get asked to move on? You can start with that one.
So I actually am back full-time in the van at the moment, because I've been doing more traveling and Mr. WB has been doing more racing and stuff. So apart from when we've just been to the Isle of Man, so obviously I wasn't full-time in the van then. I don't get moved on very often. No. Which makes you sound really bullshit. You will not move me.
The lady shall not be moved.
Yeah. Tonight wild camping. And I just tend to try and pick places that are totally remote. So I'm not
totally
so you and I do it really differently, because you're always industrial estates. We are the opposites of wilding.
I'm outside people's houses. I'm in streets. I'm here, there, and everywhere.
Do you get moved on often?
Nope. No. Do you know what? I was asleep yesterday, and it was on an industrial estate. And I woke up, and I think someone knocked on my door, but I can't remember. I don't know how long they were knocking, because I was asleep. Now I woke up, and now I'm certain someone knocked, but then I looked on my cameras, and I couldn't see. My cameras weren't on, to be fair, so then I had to turn them on, and then there was no one there. So I was like, "Did someone knock, or did I just dream that?" What? But yeah, apart from that, I mean, I have never had. I've had a knock once on an industrial estate, and that was a lorry driver asking me to move up so he could fit in. But no, never been asked to move on. Never been asked to. Yeah, it's. And the thing is, if you park legally and politely, and you're not going to stay, you don't outstay your welcome. I mean, I've got spots that I've used now for 5 years.
And do you just stay one night in them and then move round?
Yeah, one night. So I've got a list as long as my arms, and then I'll go to another one. Then I'll go back to the first one.
Yeah.
And you just don't burn them out. And yeah,
you're always based around one area, aren't you, for your work?
Yeah, and unfortunately, because of the joys of YouTube, a lot of people know me now around that area, so they know who I am and where, and they go, "Oh yeah, I've seen you parked up here," or they knock and say hello and things like that. But that's part and parcel of YouTube. But apart from that, it's no, I have no problems. No.
I did a video, oh God, I don't know how many weeks, 3 or 4 weeks ago, on the new trespass laws that came out a couple of months back. And basically, they're not aimed at us at motorhomes. And if you're not parked, obviously blocking someone's driveway or something ridiculous, but if you are parked respectfully, and if they ask you to move, or obviously the police ask you to move on, and you move on, you're not breaking any law.
Because there's been a lot of YouTube videos about, it's all over, that's it, it's done, we're all going to jail, they're going to take your vans, Now, come on. I mean, to take someone's vehicle, it's a lot of paperwork. Let's be honest. Let's be brutally honest about this. And if a police officer says to you, move, and you've got no reason, like you haven't had a drink, you're perfectly, it's not like 2 a.m. and you've got nowhere else to go, and you can move on, then you do, because and he's going to ask you. I'm not telling you to push your luck, but he's going to ask you 3 or 4 times before they start going, right, well, we're going to arrest you and then we're going to take your vehicle. You got to really, really push them before that's going to happen. So all these videos are just scaremongering. They really are.
And also, I think a lot of them are, scaremongering is a good word for it. It's just,
it's not going to happen. And I done a video not long ago on my channel about, because I get asked so many times about wild camping and urban parking and boondocking, whatever you want to call it.
What do you call it?
Wild camping, just park ups, just park ups. So I've got people come up to me and they've got their van, they've got their leisure system set up, they've got some solar, they've got this, they've got that, they're all ready to rock and roll, but they just don't pull the trigger because they're scared or they don't know what to do. So I've done a video, which I think is about 4 or 5 videos back on my channel. It's like literally the ultimate guide to starting wild camping. And I gave my advice from my 5.5 years. I asked Tash and Lou, because they go out on their own. So that's single females on their own. So I asked their advice and their hints and tips. So you got a single guy, you got single females. And then I asked the rolling rucks. So you got a couple with kids. So I've gone across the board and asked all of them. And there's that video will get you out there, and we'll see you right, because it's not as scary as it's made out to be.
And if you want like a checklist and a mini getting started guide, if you go onto the website, my website, Wandering Bird, I've got a free get started guide, and I've also got a little ebook as well you can download at some point if you want to. But there's some free resources there for you to get you going, because it's not, but it is the first time. It is a bit terrifying.
It is. But once you've done it, it's well worth it. What we got? How vital is it to use a VPN?
It's not vital. You don't need to use one, but if you want to access stuff, I'm guessing this is if you're in Europe trying to access stuff in the UK. So things like BBC News, or I watch the Formula 1 a lot, and I watch that on the 4OD, and often I'd say 99% of the time in Europe, 4 on demand will not play. So you're not in the right area, so I have to make be in the UK in order to watch Channel 4, so that I can catch up on the F1.
Yeah. I use a VPN as well whilst I'm here.
Oh yeah,
but not often. But I use it. There's a little. Sometimes if I want to watch a certain movie, and I mean I've got every streaming service known to man, and sometimes there still isn't that movie that I want to watch. So if you type in like Netflix country search,
yeah,
it'll bring up a website, and then it will like have literally a catalog of every movie ever made. And if you type the movie in, it will then show you what countries that movie's in on Netflix.
Oh, that's clever.
And then you close all your Netflix down, turn on your VPN, say you're in Albania, and then you go to Albania, and then they've got that movie that you wanted to watch, and there you go.
And is it in Albanian?
No, English.
Oh, okay.
It'll be in English, and then they'll also have the Albanian dub or Albanian subs.
Nice.
But you can turn them off, but it's in perfect English.
Clever. I like it. I like it a lot. Are you going to the Caravan and Camping Show in Lincoln at the end of this month?
No, end of September, I will be flying out to Turkey.
Nice.
On a traditional holiday, all-inclusive package holiday. Well, not package, but all-inclusive holiday.
Yep. Fab. I'm going to do that, I think, after the NEC show. I'm going to go find somewhere and just sit on a beach for 4 days. Get my voice back.
Nice.
Hello, Louise from Cornwall. I missed out lots of hellos. I'm sorry, but we've been chatting for nearly an hour. And God. Do you ever have to do Zoom meetings in your van?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yeah. I have Zoom meetings quite often with EcoFlow.
Fair enough.
And a few others, to be fair. That never bothers. I just jump on.
Yeah, if you've got decent internet, like now, I guess it's kind of a Zoom meeting, isn't it? We're
fine. Yeah. That's it.
Good. We're all good. Am I still using electric blanket from the not in the current heat wave that we've been having? No, but yes, I could do if I wasn't plugged into the thing. And I mean, I can't remember what he used now. It was so many months ago. But
I bought one of them mats that the dogs use to cool down, to lay on. And I put it
electric blanket.
I put it under my bed sheet, and then I laid on it. That's work.
I like that as well. You want to work from motorhome? Does the Wi-Fi have the same security as working from home? Yes, if you've got it set up properly, I guess. If you have it so that it's not public and you have to put in a password and stuff.
Yeah, you got pretty good security on them routers, and then again, you can, if you are a bit worried, you can run it all through a VPN if you want.
Yeah. Did I take motorhome with the Banks GP? No, I did not. We flew. We went on. It was the first time I've been on a plane since before lockdown or before COVID. So
really.
Somebody's talking about, have I been ignoring their emails for 9 months? No, I've obviously not got one. Send me another one to hello@wandering-bird.com because I evidently haven't got it. Right.
Is it easy to replace a Thetford toilet for a newer model? Ours is not flushing and it's 18 years old. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think it'd be too difficult because
will it be the base, like the screws, won't it?
Yeah, it's the base.
See, if you said like modern for modern, I'd have said it wouldn't be a problem. But 18 years, I'd have thought they might have changed.
Yeah, there must be attachments out there though.
I mean, I guess, yeah, because the problem is you've got the cassette, haven't you?
But then if it's not flushing, that's just the internals, isn't it? That's not really.
Yeah, that's true.
You can, because the plastics wouldn't have broken. It's just the internals.
Yeah.
So there might be new boards or something on buttons that you can get. What else we got here?
I would probably contact Thetford on that one. They might have like a certain model that might be the closest match or something that they swap it out for. There you go. One for you. What country is top of your list to visit?
Top of my list. I haven't really got a top of my list. I'll be brutally honest, and it sounds very cliche, and it sounds very like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. But it's the planet. I am literally going, as long as I can crack the income thing, and I've got my motorhome, and I can get visas and that all that logistics out of the way. I am, and again, like I say, as long as the income is there, don't want to be rich, but as long as the income's there to keep me rolling, I am not stopping. I am going around the planet but if I can keep it going for the next 20 years, I'm going for the next 20 years. Yeah. So the first country I'll come to is probably France, and then I'll probably stop there for a while because they've got lots of cheese and bread. So,
to be fair,
so I'll probably end up doing 3 months in France, and then I'll waddle back and I'll go, well, that was great. Let's wait for another 3 months to reset and go somewhere else. And I'll probably run up to Scotland, and because I'll be nice and plumper, so I'll be ready for the winter.
Oh, nice. Right. You find us a question. I'm going to talk about the NEC giveaway because you're going to pick people in a minute. So I have got 5 pairs of tickets for the NEC show to give away to, well, 5 of you, I guess. If you want to come to the NEC show, and it doesn't matter what day, I think these can be used on any day. Just type in NEC right now. Go. Do typing. And we will slowly, there's so many, I don't think we're going to be able to answer everybody's. I'm sorry, we're going to have to start picking and choosing.
We've so many questions.
There's so many questions. We're going to have to follow up with no comments, just so we can get through these. Oh, there's a good one actually. Full-time van life. Have you registered with a GP? And what if you have a regular prescription?
Yeah, I am registered at the same GP I was before I went van life. And yeah, I mean, I'm type 2 diabetic, so I get my regular medication. And yeah, not a problem. Not a problem.
Yeah.
But the dentist, on the other hand, they kind of kicked me off their list because I didn't go to them through the whole of lockdown, and then they said, "Oh, you haven't come to see us, so bye."
I have this as well.
Oh, they've done it to everyone, and now you can't register on any of them.
No, you can't find an NEC dentistry, but I've got NEC on the brain. You definitely can't find an NEC dentist. Don't go to one of them.
No.
But yeah, I'm registered on a family member's address. And
that's it. You can register as well. Like if you was on holiday, so say you're from Scotland and you was on holiday in Cornwall, you can't just nip back to your local doctor. So you can register as a visitor of that area to get care, because the bottom line is the NHS is a countrywide system, and it is for all of us to use anywhere in the country. So it is possible. Oh
my goodness.
We got loads.
Do you think motorhome? We've already talked a lot about motorhome prices, Martin. Right at the beginning, we went on a bit of a rant. So go back to the beginning of this one when it's finished. Can you have too much security on a van?
Yeah, I mean, if you make it look like Fort Knox, they're going to think gold bullion's in there.
I was going to say, what have you got in your van? But don't answer that. Don't tell the world. So I've got this. And I hide this.
No. What I've got is a grizzly looking guy inside. So you want to come in? Then hey,
I have my killer cocker spaniel.
It's fair game then. At the end of the day, with and you can have the best security systems and also that, the windows are plastic. And if the windows are, even if you put bars over them windows, the windows at the front, the glass, a brick really goes through them quite quick.
Yeah.
So you can do as much as you want, and I would recommend you do some things to make yourself feel safe, but don't OTT it, because you're just going to go insane. Because at the end of the day, they can do anything and everything. Yeah. If they really want it, they'll if that's it. That's just being realistic. That really is. Yeah.
Oh God, I've just got to the NEC's bit. You've got to pick 5.
Oh, Oh, look, Tash is in here. Look, Tash has been in here 10 minutes.
Tash, you're not having the free tickets.
No, I didn't know she was in here. There's loads of people I didn't know that was in here that are in here.
I'm so sorry to everyone we haven't said hi to. It's not personal, I promise.
NEC.
Okay, if you've got we can be another 5 minutes, I reckon. So if you've got a question that you want us to answer that isn't like a massive rant one, type it quick. We'll answer a couple more. And then Darran, you've got like a minute to put in NEC, and then Darren's going to pick people.
Oh God.
Yeah.
How am I going to? I'm not going to pick them all, am I?
Said I'd answer on the live. That was it. So, how long do you reckon water stays fresh for in your water tank?
Ooh, I'm assuming you know the answer to this.
No, I'm a bit funny about water, especially because WB got a bit sick with it earlier in the year.
Right.
But somebody said they were going on a 4 or 5 day trip. Would the water be all right? Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, our water tank gets replaced, well, as in the water, not the actual water tank. We probably go through it in about 4 or 5 days. I mean, obviously now I'm on my own a bit more, about a week, maybe. How often do you go through your water?
So, yeah. I mean, my water's mainly now just for washing up and showering.
Yeah.
I've usually got bottled water in the fridge. I have got a drinking tap, so it does filter through that as well.
Yeah.
But I mainly just use bottled water in the fridge just to try and, because I quite like ice cold water, and then that would encourage me to drink it more. So yeah, but I've never had any problems with water, and I've got a test kit which you can get on Amazon.
Oh, cool.
They come in like a tube, and then there's about 15 or 20 different squares on it.
Yeah.
And dip the water. So if you was going to somewhere that if you was at a little CL and you thought, well, that looks like a dodgy tap, that don't really look clean. Yeah. You could then literally get a cup of water or a little bottle or flush it under it. Wait 5 minutes. You hold it up against the tube, and then it'll show you all the levels of like iron and chemicals and God knows what else in there, and whether it's good to go. So you can keep one of them on hand, and if you then want, you can then test your own water. Do you put
the Aquasol and stuff in?
Every couple of months, or because I'm using it quite often, it's getting flushed quite a lot. I will put I started with Milton, and I've just always put Milton through. I don't run it through the heater, so I just run it through the cold water system. And then just run that through, and that's for babies, so it's got to be safe, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So I just run that through. What
David put a question in about pet passports insurance. So the UK pet passports are obsolete. Sorry if you are a UK resident. There is still chat about if you go to France, you can turn up at a French vet and get a EU passport. I don't believe you can, and I know that some people have got him from like Croatia and stuff. If you've got an address in France, you can do so. If you know someone with an address in France, you can. But the vets are wise to it, and I know a lot of people have got this used to.
A lot of people ran over there, didn't they?
Yeah. The other thing you've got to remember is, for it to be valid, your pet has to join the French or whatever country's register, so their chip will become registered in France. And that then causes all sorts of chaos should you need it for insurance or anything else.
Wow. Yeah, that's quite a lot of hassle.
Yeah, because Max got a French passport because we were there for the 2 years in lockdown. We've had the address over there and stuff, but now we're in the UK more. I think he's going to have to give that up, which I'm really quite sad about. So the answer is there are no major updates on that. It is what it is now. You need an animal health certificate. And unfortunately, that is valid for 4 months. But as soon as you come back to the UK, it's dead. You've got to get another one. It's a pain in the bum. Right.
Yes. Right.
Here's your big moment, Mr. D. Drum roll, please.
All right. I'm just choosing these at random.
Did I get excited? I'm sorry.
So have I got to choose them all?
Yeah.
Okay. Homegrown drone.
Homegrown drone. If you guys, when you're done, can you just leave a comment on one of my other videos with your email address? And all my comments on my channel is set to review, so I won't send it live or anything, but at least that way I'll get your security address email. Jesus Christ. I will get to your email address securely.
What about Timeout Travels?
Timeout Travels.
Barry Walker.
Barry Walker.
Kerry White.
Excited. Well, sorry, who was that one? Kerry White.
Kerry White.
I need to stop talking.
Have I got to give one more? Gloria Perrin.
Gloria Perrin.
There we go.
Oh. Well done, gang. Thank you for playing.
I just picked them at random. Sorry. Sprung that on me.
The pressure. The good news is I've got a couple more to give out on Instagram. I'm going to do that next week. So if you're not following me, it's wanderingbird.adventures on Instagram. So you've got another opportunity then. And I'm also going to give a couple out in my Facebook group. So if you are in my Facebook group, that's Wandering Bird group.
Wandering Bird Adventures?
I don't know. If you type in Wandering Bird on Facebook.
I think it's Wandering Bird Adventures.
It's something. I should probably know that. I'll do that next week as well. So you can come and join the group and get an opportunity then. Awesome. Thank you very much for hanging with us for an hour. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me.
It was good fun. It was a good chat.
It was a really good chat. Thank you for your questions.
Yeah, we waffled quite a bit, but I think there's some bits in there for you.
Yeah, I think some of it was quite useful. Some of it was less so. But yeah, thank you. We will do this again. We'll probably try and do a live at the NEC.
Oh, we definitely do a live at the NEC. Definitely.
We will need to get you looking like Barney again. Although I think this year, I think we need to find something else.
Yeah, I've got to go.
If you've got any suggestions on what we need to dress up as, please drop them as a comment. And if you want to replay, just don't do NEC because it's gone. I should have said that at the beginning. Sorry, my bad. Awesome. You're going to go and have a KFC.
I'm going to go have some food, and chill out, and then it should be good.
Cool. And just again for the 5 winners, just drop a comment on any other video, not this one because it'll go live straight away, but any other video, and that way I get it in the back end bit so I can review them, and I'll send you an email on what to do with claim your tickets. Good luck, guys, and we'll see you all at the NEC. We will see you and if you're coming to Mallet, come and say hi. I've got stickers and things. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. I'm ashamed I'm not there. I know, that would have been fun. But cool. Thank you all for hanging with us. We'll see you later. Bye. Oh, happy birthday, Gloria. Bye. Happy birthday. Bye.